maps.
Okay,
Is it good, Ann? Yeah, thank you.
governance chair,
So back to the resolutions, at a governance meeting.
we took no votes on anything.
Took no votes. We'll go over these one by one, all right? Let Joe give an overview, okay? But it's the recommendation from the governance committee to put Ulster NH Realty back on the tax rolls and look for a clawback.
Now, I'm gonna get that a motion to send it to the attorney and ask for what the resolution he put together. So I have a motion, Mike, yes.
Yes.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Move on, Joe, thank you.
Okay, the next one up.
We're gonna do
sorry.
it individually.
Yes, let's do,
Yeah, we
I'm
have
sorry,
to-
Joe, cut you off, I forgot.
So we're gonna talk about the Golden Hill resolution?
Yes, please.
And I think what I wanna do is just make sure that the board, these resolutions, as part of Rose's package, was sent in advance. Section 1 of the resolution, page 32 of 75, outlines a number of findings with respect to the resolution. You know, the extensive background that the staff and the board took with respect to the consideration of the review and the monitoring of this project, the number of contacts made or reach out to the project applicant. In fact, the council sent 2 letters, including a letter for today's meeting, indicating that significant action was in the offing. And then sections 2 through the balance of the resolution authorizes the chair with council and staff to implement the decision that's contained in the resolution. And I just asked, and I just note that section A, or Schedule A of the resolution, which is page 35, I'll complete that based on the discussion had this morning, namely that we're going to terminate the IDA transactions and implement a clawback for the 1 year of the situation at the project site. And with that, I'll pass it back to the chair of the governance committee.
Thank you, Joe.
We're gonna have a vote on this?
Yeah, we need a
Roll call?
motion.
You want me to?
Yeah,
Do a
we
roll.
need a roll call.
Yeah, so, James Malcolm?
Yes.
Diane Einen?
Yes.
Faye Storms?
Yes.
Michael Ham?
Yes.
Orlando Reese is absent with notice. Daniel Savona?
Yes.
Richard Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a roll call.
Yep, for this.
So you accuse yourself.
Yeah, when it comes to voting, yes.
Oh, you just voted.
I apologize.
Rose, can we,
Rose, I apologize. I thought we were doing a roll call before the vote. I apologize.
let's rewind.
I apologize.
Joe?
So you want to change your vote?
Yes, I would like to change
To
my, I want to
abstain.
abstain from my vote. I agree with the board's decision, but due to conflicts I have with, Golden Hill, I'm gonna abstain from voting on this.
Right, and just to be clear, the conflicts are not a legal conflict.
Not legal.
It's commercial, business relationships with.
That is correct.
With the project applicant, but I think you're, for the record, you're also indicating that you support.
I do support the board's decision. Thank you.
Okay, let the record show we're moving forward.
Okay.
Resolution, okay, I'll turn it back over to
The
Chair.
next resolution is regarding the Freedom of Information law policy. Council?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ham. This resolution and this policy has been before the board a couple of times. Really what we did was we made some technical changes to it, cleaned up some language. We made clear that there's a separation between the administration of the policy and the legal counsel position with respect to the policy, because counsel was in the earlier drafts part of the actual administration of the policy, and we thought, out of an abundance of caution, and given frankly the number of FOIL requests that we've been getting recently, that it would be a good idea to separate those functions. And so that's really the purpose of the resolution, is to make some technical changes and to separate some functions.
Rose?
So I have I have a comment on?
Should we go to vote first with comment?
Actually, what we'll do is we'll make a motion to go to the, to a vote, and then we'll have on the question. So I need a motion to go to the vote,
I'll make that motion.
okay? Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question, Rick?
Yep, either Joe or Mike, on page 50, which is, this is a long resolution, but page 50 is that,
That's a different resolution.
that's an attachment?
That's a different resolution.
That's a separate one, Rick.
There's a lot of resolutions here.
Yeah, page
Wrong
49 is
resolution.
the final.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
No, page 50 is the final resolution.
No,
No.
46 starts another
Sorry, you're right.
resolution.
Yeah, 36.
You know,
Okay.
I was looking at the agenda page.
We okay moving the
I
vote?
was gonna say you're on the old.
That's, I made the motion.
Okay, we're okay moving the vote?
Yeah,
Roll
move the
call
vote.
vote, please.
James Malcolm.
Yes.
Diane Inen.
Yes.
Tree Storms.
Yes.
Michael Ham.
Yes.
Orlando Reese is absent. Daniel Savona.
Yes.
Richard Jones.
Yes.
Let the record reflect. Okay, Chair?
Resolution regarding the public comment policy for agency meeting policy.
Thank
Council?
Thank you, Mr. Ham. This policy frankly just, in many ways confirms, the action that we've been taking and it implements in a formalized way, so that we're organized in terms of what we do on a going forward basis to make sure that we're uniform with respect to the treatment of public comment.
The only change though is that public comment would be at the beginning of each meeting for up to 15 minutes, so that if.
Oh, the
per
whole-
person, not per
okay.
person.
Thank you. Clarify.
Total, up to 15
Right.
minutes, so that the board would hear the public comment before making any vote, so that you would have informed votes.
Would we
Later on in the
maintain a period as per the agenda afterwards?
We could do that, but that's not what's written here, this is just for the ahead of time.
So wait a minute, we're now gonna have two public comments,
No,
one at
just
the
one.
beginning, one at the end?
No,
This
one in the
literally,
beginning.
this is just for the one, this is just to,
At the beginning, that's
At
all
the
we're gonna
beginning.
have, nothing at the end.
No, I think there's
I
still
don't
an
wanna do
opportunity as for
this.
that to putting something in writing.
You know, well, I guess you could, yeah.
Yeah.
or at the chair's discretion. But
Yes.
this policy just outlines the beginning of a meeting's policy.
Okay.
All right, so this is the one.
I need a motion to move to the vote.
I motion.
Do I have a second,
I will
Dan Simone?
second that.
Any questions on any of this?
Yeah, just, Joe, probably a legal clarification on point number 2, those wishing to speak will be required. I thought, you see it there? Those wishing to speak will be required. I didn't know it was a requirement to enter both their name and address. I thought,
Typically, public meetings, they sign in.
right, so they're not required to sign.
But that's
We
a
need to
reasonable,
recognize.
it's a reasonable condition to ask.
No,
Their address as well?
At the committee,
So
we'll be,
that's what the law says, the state law says?
I would have to check that, Rick, but it's
We
very.
want to affirm that they're from, if it's an Ulster County meeting, an Ulster County issue, it holds more weight, and more water if you're affirming the fact that they're from Ulster County or a municipality.
I just thought that the whole speaking at meetings and asking for documentation, all that was under freedom of information, falls under that particular
Well, you could certainly
state
FOIA.
statute. And the state statute doesn't require that a person give either
Well,
their name or their address.
you're correct, but you wanna know something also, is when somebody takes the podium on an issue with Ulster County, okay? And, people are gonna, usually 90% of the time, not 95% of the time, you take the podium and you go, I'm Rick Jones, Ulster County resident,
I'm also kind of
all along those lines. Maybe somebody's not asking for your, you don't have to put your specific down there, I usually put Ulster County resident.
Right, that's what I would do.
I mean, but
I wanna
it's,
make it that they don't need to give or suggest that there's no need to give you a specific address.
I don't think we have to take a position on that though, do we, Joe?
It says relevant contact
Yeah.
information.
Okay.
I think that's enough because I think it's very relevant if the person is a local person as opposed to
Well,
someone.
you don't wanna
from
know if they're
Buffalo.
from Ulster or from Orange County.
What town they're from, as well.
Right,
Well,
it doesn't
I mean,
say address.
Go to a lot of these public meetings, you wanna know if they're from Vermont, you know what I mean?
Maybe the
I
guy's
mean,
not from Ulster County, but maybe he owns a business that's being affected in Ulster County. All right, so anything else on the question? Thank you, Rick, for jump starting me on that one. No, very good. Move to a roll call vote?
James Malcolm?
Yes?
Diane Inen?
Yes.
Faye Storms?
Yes.
Michael Ham?
Yes.
Orlando Reese is absent. Daniel Savona
Yes.
and Richard Jones.
Okay. Chair?
Resolution regarding record retention policy.
Again, Chair, this is just implementing, number one, best practices and what's applicable under, what's required under the law. Really no question, I have no comments on it, and there's a fairly elaborate schedule attached at the end, which outlines.
We'll move, do we wanna have a move to a vote?
Move to a vote.
Rick? Yes. We have a motion, we have a second. Faye?
Yes.
Okay. Anything on the question? No? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Move to the roll call vote, please.
James Malcolm?
Yes.
Diane Inen?
Yes.
Faye Storms?
Yes.
Michael Ham?
Yes.
Orlando Reese is absent. Daniel Savona?
Yes.
And Richard Jones.
Yes.
Next one, Chair, is resolution approving amendments to the procurement policy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna defer to Rose on this, we tweaked some of the provisions.
So there's a red line here to make it easy to see at Joe's recommendation. On the bottom of page 66, what we're doing here is that there'll be a review of contracts for professional services valued over $5,000 per year. All contracts for these services will be reviewed at a minimum annually, and then there'll be a formal RFP advertised every 3 years. Then there will also be a non-collusion and code of ethics certifications. All offers, bidders, respondents must submit that they're not colluding, and then also sign a sort of a version of our code of ethics stating that there's no conflict of interest with any board members, et cetera, and both of those are outlined, the certifications are outlined in Exhibit A and B on the next couple of pages.
Need a motion to move the question.
I'll make a motion.
I have a second, Mike.
Yes.
Anything on the question? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Move the question, roll call vote, please.
James Malcolm,
Yes.
Diane Inen,
Yes.
Faye Storms.
Yes.
Michael Ham.
Yes.
Orlando Reese. Is absent, sorry. Daniel Savona,
Yes.
Richard Jones.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, Mike?
Okay, resolution approving amendments to the compensation policy.
the change here, was something that came out of our audit. This one thing that's required by ABO is that we have a time and attendance policy, so we utilize language from another IDA. Again, it's a red line, it's underlined since it's a black and white copy. On page 75, and if somebody misses five meetings, then it would be at in one given year, it would be at the discretion of the chair to then report them to ABO, et cetera.
We're just talking about regularly scheduled this is our day of business, this is our meeting. So that doesn't reflect back on audit and governance.
It reflects on all meetings.
Well, what if I don't have audit and governance?
Well, right, but if you're not on that committee, I meant for that committee, sorry.
What I'm getting at is if there's cause, if someone is out of town for 5 weeks,
Right, so if we
I mean,
had
it's at
5
my
meetings they
discretion,
missed
but-
in that 5 weeks, then it would be at your discretion.
so they're at
It falls back to you, Chair.
Like if they go to Florida for the winter.
who's going to Florida? Yep.
No, no.
No, but if you missed
Allegedly going to Florida
if you missed 5 months of meetings,
without
that
cause.
would be a
Okay.
problem, then it would go back to the chair to decide if it was with cause or not with cause.
But
I'll move this to
it
a
could
roll
be
call
via
vote.
phone too, and-
Move to a
I have a
roll call.
motion, I have a
Oh,
second.
right.
Well, anything on the question? No, let's move the question, roll call vote. Yes, I'll tell you who it was.
Okay.
You're standing in line. Or Mike and Danny.
James Malcolm,
Yes.
This is stretch.
Diane Iden,
Yes.
Faye Storms.
Yes.
Michael Ham.
Yes.
Orlando Reese is absent, Daniel Savona.
Yes.
And Richard Jones.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
And Chair, I would just like to commend the governance and the audit committee on a really good meeting the last time.
Is that an official attaboy?
They did great work, yeah, they did good stuff, there was a lot
The
of.
record reflect an attaboy?
So, and the CEO, of course.
Yeah.
So, And that's my report, Chair.
Good stuff, thank you. Okay, status of pending projects.
Thank you, Chair. Page 75 of the materials.
Seventy-six.
Left, took his stuff, so.
On the back.
We have a list of projects there. No change on Wildberry, Kingstonian. We discussed the status of litigation, and the other news that I didn't describe it when we talked about the litigation was that the project applicant does want us to start preparing the IDA documents. And yes, Rick, you will be a recipient of those documents to make sure that all the various business terms are included in the documents.
Better hurry up, I'm forgetting what the terms were.
Aferia, we're ready to move forward on the documents once the project applicant directs us to start with the documents. Magruder, that project is on hold pending finalization of the application and the business terms. And once we have that, we'll work toward scheduling a public hearing.
Rose, on that one, we're nowhere near a public hearing, right? This has to come back to the,
There was a large difference in the
big
application, so
discrepancy.
they'll probably come back before the board before going to a public hearing.
so there's big discrepancy in the application.
Yes.
RBW, that matter has closed, and the IDA has collected its admin fee. The documents have all been executed and delivered, and there were no concerns raised at the closing, so everything came together very well with respect to that project. The Romeo project, public hearing has been held. The IDA has done their final approval, and we're in a position to move forward pending remaining procedural requirements, primarily the receipt of certain documents from the county executive's office. And with that, I'll.
Okay, so right now, for closure on that, it falls in the county executive's office to execute. So, okay.
Correct, that's right, Chair.
All right. Okay. Any questions for Joe on any of those? Thank you for your report. New business? Anybody? Okay. Well, I won't name names. I'll make it real quick. There seems to be people come in here and ask for the stars for whatever reason. So, and it's not warranted. It's not warranted at all. And I like to joke around and say, ask for more, you'll get less, kind of thing. Well, a lot of people are really and truly taking that to heart. So, what comes to us, and what if we end up, getting involved in some sort of incentivizing? It's not necessarily what people bring to us. So, we should just continue to remember that. Nothing else under new business? Public comment, agenda items? I need a motion to adjourn. I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried, that'll take us it. Does anybody need time, or we wanna just go into the CRC?
2 minutes? Do it.
Okay, like
I
to
have to
call to
stop
order,
though, right?
how much, 2 minutes?
Wait, we've got,
I have to stop, right?
Yes, please.
I'm on a roll over here.